I didn't see it coming. None of us ever do. One moment the sky was clear, the water calm, reflecting everything I thought my life was supposed to be. And then the wind changed. The clouds rolled in like a fist closing over the light. And suddenly, I was in the middle of something I couldn't control. A storm I didn't ask for. A chaos I couldn't calm. And all I could do was hold on and wonder if you were even there. You know what fear feels like, don't you? It's not just the worry. It's the weight. It's waking up in the middle of the night with your heart pounding and your mind racing through every terrible possibility. It's the knot in your stomach that never really goes away. It's standing in the middle of your own life and feeling like a stranger. Like everything solid has turned to sand beneath your feet. And the wind just keeps howling. The waves just keep rising. And I keep asking, where are you? I've prayed before. I've said the words. But this time I'm not you to speak into this chaos the way you spoke to the sea. I need you to say the word that makes the wind lie down. Because I have no word. I have no strength. I have nothing left but this fragile, trembling faith that refuses to let go of you even when I can't see you. There's a man in the gospel who steps out of a boat. Peter. He hears your voice in the middle of the storm and does the impossible. He walks on water. Even when Peter starts to sink, you don't let him drown. You reach out, you catch him, you pull him close, and you say, "Why did you doubt?" Not in anger, not in condemnation, but in love. As if to say, I was here the whole time. I was always going to catch you. You were never going to fall beyond my reach. And maybe that's the lesson I've been too afraid to learn. That even when I doubt, even when I sink, even when I fail, you are still there. Your hand is still extended. Your presence is still steady. And my fear doesn't change your faithfulness. I think sometimes we believe that peace means the absence of trouble. That if we have enough faith, the storm will just disappear. That God's favor looks like smooth seas and sunny skies. But that's not what you promised, is it? You never said I wouldn't face storms. You said you would be with me in them. You never said the waves wouldn't come. You said they wouldn't overwhelm me. And maybe the peace you offer isn't the kind that removes the wind. It's the kind that anchors my soul even while the wind is still blowing. It's not the absence of chaos, it's the presence of you in the middle of it. I've been fighting for control. Trying to steer the ship, trying to predict the weather, trying to be strong enough, smart enough, faithful enough to make it all work out. But you're not asking me to be strong, you're asking me to be still, to be quiet, to let go of the wheel and trust that you know where this is going. Even when I don't, even when it feels like we're headed straight into the rocks. You said, be still and know that I am God. And I think I'm finally starting to understand. Being still isn't weakness, it's surrender, it's trust, it's saying I can't, but you can, and that's enough. There's a verse that keeps echoing in my spirit. The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds. I used to think that sounded nice. Comforting, but distant. Like something for people who had it all together. But now I see it differently. The peace that transcends understanding is the peace that makes no sense. It's the calm that exists in the middle of the crisis. It's the breath you take when everything says you shouldn't be able to breathe. It's the stillness in your soul when the world around you is screaming. And it's not something I manufacture or earn. It's something you give. It's a gift, a guard, a shield around my heart when everything else is falling apart. And so I stop. Right here, right now, in the middle of the storm. I stop trying to make it go away. I stop demanding answers. I stop white-knuckling my way through the fear. And I just open my hands. I open my heart. I say, Jesus, you are here. You are in this boat with me. And if you are here, then I am not alone. If you are here, then this storm is not the end. If you are here, then I can face whatever comes because you are greater than anything that comes against me. You are the voice that calms the chaos. You are the anchor that holds when everything else is shifting. You are the light that breaks through even the darkest clouds. I don't know how this ends. I don't know when the wind will stop. I don't know when the waves will settle or when the sky will clear, but I'm learning that I don't need to know. I just need to know you. I need to keep my eyes on you. I need to remember that you have walked on water, that you have spoken to storms, that you have held back the sea. And the same power that did all of that is the same power that holds me now. Not because I'm special, not because I've earned it, but because you are faithful, because you are love, because you have promised never to leave me or forsake me, and you have never broken a promise. There's a shift happening. I feel it. Not in the storm, but in me. The wind is still blowing, but I'm not shaking the way I was. The waves are still high, but I'm not afraid the way I was, because something deeper is taking root. Faith. Trust. A quiet knowing that you are with me and that you are enough. And maybe that's what peace really is. Not the calm around me, but the calm within me. The kind of peace that doesn't depend on my circumstances. The kind that doesn't rise and fall with the wind. The kind that stays steady, because it's rooted in you. I'm reminded of the disciples in the boat. They were terrified. The storm was fierce. They woke you up, frantic, asking if you even cared that they were about to die. And you stood up, you looked at the wind and the waves, and you said 3 words, "Peace, be still." And immediately everything went quiet. The wind stopped, the waves flattened, the chaos obeyed your voice. But the most important part is not that you calmed the storm, it's that you were always in control of it. You were never worried, you were never afraid. You were sleeping through the storm because you knew the storm answered to you. And if you're in my boat, if you're in my life, then no storm has the final say. You do. So I choose to trust. Even when I don't feel brave. Even when I don't have all the answers. Even when the storm looks bigger than my faith. I choose to believe that you are who you say you are. That you are good. That you are present. That you are working even when I can't see it. That you are holding me even when I can't feel it. And that one day I will look back on this moment and see clearly what I can only believe dimly now. That you were there all along. That you were carrying me through. That you were turning my pain into purpose, my fear into faith, my storm into a story of your goodness. This is my prayer. This is my surrender. This is me letting go and holding on at the same time. Letting go of control. Holding on to you. Letting go of fear. Holding on to faith. Letting go of the need to understand. Holding on to the promise that you understand everything. And that's enough. You are enough. You have always been enough. And I am safe. Not because the storm is over, but because you are here. And where you are, there is peace. Not the peace the world gives, but the peace that passes all understanding. The peace that guards my heart. The peace that anchors my soul. The peace that whispers in the wind, I am with you. I will never leave you. You are mine, and you are held. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know how long this season will last, but I know who holds tomorrow. I know who commands the wind. I know who walks on water and invites me to do the same. And so I step out. One more time. Eyes fixed on you. Heart open to you. Faith fragile but real. And I trust that you will meet me. That you will hold me. That you will not let me drown. Because you never have, and you never will. The storm may still be raging, but I am no longer afraid. Because I have found something the storm cannot touch. I have found you. And in you, I have found peace. Not someday. Not when everything is fixed. But right now. Right here. In the middle of the mess. In the center of the chaos. In the heart of the storm. I have found peace. And his name is Jesus. And that changes everything.